A woman never belongs to you. It's just your turn. You lost your edge, she lost attraction for you. That's how it works. What'd you think she was gonna do? Tell you she cheated? Men cannot afford to get complacent in relationships. Get your fat ass off the couch, start lifting weights, and learn game. You're welcome.
And now your man,
Donovan Sharpe.
What's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharpe, and welcome to the 939th edition of TSR Live, your daily dose of toxic masculinity, misogyny, and small dick energy. It is Friday, February 24th of 2022. It is good to have you guys in today. As always, we are multi-streaming live simultaneously to YouTube, Rumble, and Sharpe Stream. So however you're watching, wherever you're watching from, thank you for making the Sharpe Reality Live a part of your daily routine. Pardon me. Make sure you guys follow me on Twitter, at Donovan's Den, as well as Instagram, at Donovan Sharpe TSR. Gentlemen, I have over 35,000 hours of exclusive content you cannot find anywhere. Included in this massive archive is more than 20 seasons of dating show breakdowns, including 3 seasons of Love is Blind, 3 seasons of Temptation Island, 2 seasons of Married at First Sight, 2 seasons of F-Boy Island, and many, many more. You will also get access to my Red Pill Theater movie breakdowns. I've broken down movies like Hitch, Think Like a Man, How to Be a Player, 40-Year-Old Virgin, and more. We will continue with Woman King tomorrow. Also included are my collaboration podcasts like The Sixth, which featured panelists like Mr. Lucario, Myron Gaines, Kevin Samuels, among others. Elite Level Game, featuring Coach EO. Weights and Dates, with yours truly, and of course, Myron Gaines. Pardon me. And many, many more. In addition to all of the exclusive content, you will also get chat privileges, access to members-only events like the Dr. Phil reaction to Rolo, and ad-free on-demand video, which includes the podcast versions of all of my live streams, which are all free of the small talk, shilling, and me talking about things you care nothing about, like my bowling scores or my girlfriend's awesome boob job. By the way, and I guess I should have had this up. I'll probably bring it up here in just a little bit. Speaking of which, I had the best bowling night of my life this past Tuesday. I will tell you guys all about it very, very shortly. Very, very shortly. At any rate, right now, I am giving you guys a 3-day trial to explore and decide if a membership is beneficial to your life. To get started, go to sharpestream.com to check it out. Also, make sure you download the free SharpStream app. It's available for iOS and Android. Make sure you enable push notifications so you never miss another one of my live streams again. Guys, also make sure you subscribe to Donovan Sharpe, etc. to watch my physical transformation from fat to fit. I'm live streaming all of my workouts over the next 3.5 months. I also do fun stuff like grooming tutorials and things like that. So make sure you guys give me a sub over at Donovan Sharpe, etc. so that I can get to 10K subs as quickly as possible. Let's go. 10K on the way. Let's go. Be sure to pick up my newest free ebook, Dead Bedroom, The Cure for a Sexless Relationship. There are a lot of guys out here in sexless relationships, and I am 611% certain that some of you guys watching right now suffer from the condition known as desertius phallus, which is a fancy way of saying desert dick. If you suffer from this condition, go to tsracademy.com/free, plug in your very best email to see if this ebook is right for you. If you are a patron, pardon me, guys. Sorry about that, y'all. Okay, there we are. Okay, we're good to go. Gotcha. Okay, all right. If you're a patron, pardon me. If you are a patron, a Sharpe Stream member, or a YouTube member, make sure you join us over on our Discord. We have a lot of fun over there. We exchange stories, links, videos, get up to all sorts of shenanigans and hijinks that men like us tend to get up to. be sure to join. Link in description. Link in description. Later on, I'm going to be doing a live breakdown of the A&E docuseries, Secrets of Playboy. Secrets of Playboy. I'm doing that right after the live streams. This is Monday through Friday. Obviously, because of YouTube's copyright policy, I'm not doing it here. I'm doing it on Sharpe. Sharpe, as I said, is members only. But like I stated earlier, you guys can take advantage of our 3-day trial period if you'd like to check it out. Also, I think we're going to open it up. I think we're going to go free. I think we're going to go free sample Friday. I think we're going to open up Sharpe to non-members for you guys to sample it and check it out. So be sure to be on the lookout for that link. And finally, if I can get around to it, there it is. Finally, gentlemen, make sure you get your hands on the highest quality and purest kratom on the planet. What brand is that? Well, it's Happy Hippo Kratom. Gentlemen, I've used this stuff since 2014, and I haven't looked back since. It gives me energy when I need it, and there's positively zero crash. Happy Hippo Kratom can replace a lot of unhealthy stimulants we put into our bodies each and every day. It can replace your energy drink habit, your coffee habit, and so on and so forth. Go to my affiliate link and get 15% off when you use promo code HTR. Again, that is promo code HTR. It's kind of weird. I don't know why this isn't updating properly, but looks like everything's a go, I suppose. Who knows? Good to have you guys in here today. As you guys probably have guessed, took a few days off to make some changes to the studio, as you guys can see. Trying to free up, just trying to add a little bit more dimension and everything. You guys see my Jordan collection there in the background. I don't know. I've probably worn those shoes on average maybe once per pair. I'm not the type of guy who buys shoes and doesn't wear them. I just haven't gotten around to wearing them. I'll travel with them every once in a while just to see what is going on. So before we get started, so like I said earlier, I had the greatest bowling night of my life. Game 1, I shot a 277. 277. Game 1, 277. That is the highest game I have ever shot on a league night. Now, my high game, lifetime high game, is 279. 279. That was way back when I was like 21 years old. But here I am. But this is clearly my greatest night of bowling. So I shot a 277. I kind of dropped off. Shot a 194, then finished out with a 212. Now, the 212 game actually didn't start off too well. I was probably on pace to shoot maybe a 140 or a 150, but in the 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th frame, I struck out. Strike in the 7th, strike in the 8th, strike in the 9th, 3 strikes in the 10th to finish with 212, a 683 series, which is an average of 227. So my bowling average now is 181. 181. I increased my average by I increased it by 3 pins. So shout out to that. My goal is to have a 185 average, and so hopefully between now and the end of the season, I can get it up to a 185. Okay, looks like we've got a lot of you guys in here. Shout out to my Sharpe shooters. Let's go ahead and get right to today's episode. As you guys can see here on the left, and I actually think shout out to JJ. Shout out to JJ who actually put me up on this particular video. Oh, by the way, a little later on, Pearl did an animation of my story. She did an animation of my story. This is actually part 1. I can't wait until part 2 comes out. So we will definitely get into that. But like I said, so now I remember Manosphere Highlights Daily it's actually covering this video at first. Oops, sorry about that. I remember them covering this video at first, but then JJ ended up sending me the video. I took a closer look at it and decided, you know what? We are going to go ahead and we are going to break this down. So, without further ado, and listen, I'll let her give the introductions because she's good at all that, but here we go.
Well, hello, everyone. If you're new here, my name is Sarah Dawn, and I'm just doing my part to put an end to the gender wars. I provide educational information about men and women to help bridge the gap, sprinkled with a little humor and a dose of sarcasm. So today I want to share a clip with you from a very impactful discussion I had with 9 amazing ladies who all subscribe to my channel.
So the first thing, I guess, as you will all notice, is that this lady, whatever Dawn, yeah, we can tell she's a little older, right? We can tell she's just a little bit older, which is fine, but as we sometimes always point out, the guests on podcasts like Fresh and Fit, Just Pearly Things, the guests that tend to have the best grip on reality tend to be the women who are a little bit older. Just a little bit older. Well, this woman clearly is either in her late 30s or early 40s, and it appears that she is unmarried. Just food for thought there.
A couple of different panel discussions, one with men and one with women, which will be included in my course that will be launching the middle of February. You can sign up with the link in the description. So I'm in the process of moving into a larger place, and we'll have a new studio where I'll be doing regular panel sessions. I'll be inviting men and women to have discussions with one another.
Also, and this is something that is just so creepy about older women. Like the flirtatious movements, like, sweetheart, like, baby, you're in your 40s, man. Like, let's like, I mean, you can't thirst trap people. It's just not what you do.
On my YouTube lives, and I will be the moderator. My goal is for each side to be able to have a robust discussion with one another and for everyone to watch. My family is scared for me, but I love a challenge, so I guess we'll see how it goes.
It's absolutely crazy.
If you want to volunteer to be a part of this,
stop the cap.
My family is scared for me. Like, dude, really? Like, dude, this is funny. My family is scared for me, as if you are going to get attacked for going against the feminist cultural norm. Dude, ain't nobody coming after you, sweet cheeks. You don't matter enough.
write me at sarahdawnmoore.com, and in the subject line, put panel discussion. I will need men and women. So this particular panel covered a whole host of topics as to what women find attractive. Women. So this particular with one another and for everyone to watch. My family is scared for me, but I love a challenge, so I guess we'll see how it goes. If you want to volunteer to be a part of this, write me at sarahdawnmoore.com, and in the subject line, put panel discussion. I will need men and women. So this...
Guys, I know I've asked this before, but what has happened to the plural... What has happened to the plural pronunciation of the word woman? I see and hear this everywhere now. Why are we... It's, I need men and women. My audio's not working? Test. Are you guys hearing me? Test. What the hell is going on with this? Can you guys hear me all right? Can you guys hear me and the video? Okay, how about the video?
This particular panel covered a whole host of topics as to what women find attractive in the opposite.
Okay. Devin, what the hell, man? Like, Dev, sweetie. It is not like... Dev, sweetie, whatever device you're listening on, you need to pick another device. Because I can never tell, I can't tell... I don't know if it's true or not. Like, you'll tell me audio's not working, and then I stop the show, and then you're like, never mind. Like, you need to... Time to switch devices, sweetheart. Like, I gotta be able to trust what you're telling me. You're killing me here. All right, anyway, let's continue.
Opposite sex, why intimacy dries up in a marriage. And lastly, I asked them what was one thing that they wanted to share with the men who subscribed to my channel. It was authentic, real, and exactly what this channel is about.
Dude, this is she's being too she's being way too theatrical. Being way like, and listen, I can be theatrical, but that's just who I am. But, you know, the voice inflections, and we're really going to find out, and I'm, you know, my family's worried for my safety. Get out of here. Come on, man.
I hope you enjoy.
As well.
And the vocal fry. Like, Sweet Cheeks, we're 40-something years old. Enough with the vocal fry. Guys, I say this all the time. Women grow old, they never grow up.
I think, and this was like kind of like a biological switch I wasn't ready for in myself, but like when they give off like they would be a good dad, like that's such a weird, awkward like attraction trait that I was never prepared for to find attractive. But I think it means like for
Hold up a second. Did y'all catch that? Hold up. Let me rewind something real quick. Did you guys see the lady in the burqa? Hold up, man. Hold up. Let me rewind this. Did you guys see the lady in the burqa? Watch this. This is weird.
I think, and this was like kind of like a biological switch.
Yeah, I definitely.
Oh shit. My bad.
Studio where I'll be with one another.
Sorry, guys.
Ever I think, and this was like kind of like a biological switch I wasn't ready for in myself, but like
Watch.
when
Upper right-hand corner.
they give off like they would be a good dad, like that's such a weird, awkward like
That's a little bit weird, isn't it? That's a little bit weird. I don't know.
attraction trait that I was never prepared for to find attractive. But I think it means like, for example, like they're reliable, they're consistent.
So now they're talking about traits that make men attractive.
Like they're dependable, like they follow through with what they say. Like that's something that I think is very attractive. So yeah.
Okay, so let me pause it here quickly. So you guys can't see the girl on the bottom left, but that's fine. 9 out of 10 ain't bad. But what do we notice about most of the women? What do we notice about most of the women here, guys? Yeah, they're all old. They're all over the age of, what, 30? Or not all of them. Over the age of 35. She is definitely... Okay? Top left. She is definitely over 30. Lady in the blue, over 30. Lady in the white looks pretty close to 30. The girl with the flower in her hair, she looks like she's in her 20s, and to me, she's the most attractive. She's the most attractive. So congratulations to her for renouncing feminism at such a young age. The lady in the, we'll call her Miss Haram, she's definitely in her 30s. The girl in the lower left-hand corner, she looks like she could be in her late 20s. The one there with the in front of the arrows looks like she could be in her late 20s. The one in the middle, bottom middle, looks like she's probably in her late 20s. The redhead, easily in her 50s. The woman on the bottom right, definitely over 30. Definitely over 30. We say this all the time, guys. We say this all the time. And I just said it. The women that come on to the show, that tend to have the most sense, The kinds of women who acknowledge the differences in, female and male attraction, typically older women.
So let's talk about men in the friend zone. I think I see 100 different titles and videos and posts and TikToks and Instagram.
My goal?
Sorry, guys.
Intimacy drive.
I think, and this was like kind of like a biological switch I wasn't ready for in myself, but like when they give off like they would be a good dad, like that's such a weird, awkward like attraction trait that I was never prepared for to find attractive. But
Okay, so this is a girl who's been told. This is a girl who has been told that single fathers are just as unattractive for long-term relationships as single mothers. We all know that is absolutely false. That's cap.
Stop the cap.
Women will say, well, I don't want to date a single father. Well, why not? Well, if they want to date single mothers, I don't want to date a single father. Sweet cheeks. Single fathers are inherently far more attractive than single mothers because that is proof. That is proof of their sexual attractiveness. A woman allowed him to smash her so many times, she actually got pregnant during the 4 days she could get pregnant. With single moms, it didn't work that way.
But I think it means like, for example, like they're reliable, they're consistent, like they're dependable, like they follow through with what they say. Like that's something that I think is very attractive.
Reliable, dependable, and consistent. That's what makes men attractive. Here's what these women are not telling you. Here's what these women are not telling you. You see, there is a big difference between attractive and arousing. Yes, what she just said, reliable and steady and consistent, those are all attractive qualities for men to have. But women don't respond viscerally to dependable, reliable, consistent. They respond viscerally to volatility, unpredictability, things of that nature. So while these are traits that make men attractive, that does not mean it makes a woman want to go to bed with you. And a woman is not going to be in a relationship with you if she doesn't want to go to bed with you. Unless, of course, you're in the friend zone. Let's continue.
Oh yeah.
So let's talk about men in the friend zone. I think I see 100 different titles and videos and posts and TikToks and Instagram. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this friend zone is just like such a thing that people talk about.
So at a time, I will say it was very unfair to men. I would keep them in a friend zone just to keep my options open, which is hypocritical because I wouldn't want a man to do that to me. But I definitely took advantage of those things in my 20s.
Oh, there it is, confirmed. She's definitely in her 30s.
And it's selfish. And I think when a man respects himself enough to be like, don't keep me waiting, I'm not going to entertain you when you entertain me, then you can get out of the friend zone in a very quick way if it's done like tactfully. And it's like, listen, don't string me along.
Oh my God. Hold on. Let me let her
Like,
finish.
this is what I want. If it's not you, just... And then I'm like, oh, well, I haven't seen you in this light, actually. I kind of saw you as someone who's always going to be there. But maybe the fear of losing you makes me assess like what you mean to me.
Stop the cap.
Just the fact that you're taking on this more direct approach of like, I know you have a bunch of guys, but this is what I want. And I'm not competing with anybody. Don't waste my time. Bye. Then I'm like, oh, hold on 1 second. It's happened to me.
Oh, please. So what Ms. Haram is telling, what she would have us believe, is that all you have to do is tell the girl who has friend zoned you, I'm not here for that. I want something more. And all of a sudden, I'll just see you in another light. Are you kidding me? Guys, this is why you do not listen to women about how to be attractive to women as a man. They are all going to tell you what you want to hear, not what you need to hear.
Like one time, I'm not...
She is giving you advice. Again, women give you advice. The kind of dating, the kind of dating advice women give in terms of what they prefer, they're giving you advice that best suits them. That means friend zone. They're not going to tell you what really turns them on because they would look bad.
It happens all the time. But when someone respects themselves enough to speak up and say, I know the game that you're playing and I'm not going to participate, I'm like, wow, okay, I have to respect you because you're commanding.
Stop the cap.
Stop it. Give me a break.
Over time, those amazing friendships, they do want something more. And I don't, and the same thing, I used to be naive and think, they think like I do, like we're just amazing friends. But
Stop the cap.
Unbelievable. More cap. Every girl who has a dude in the friend zone knows that the dude in the friend zone wants to smash. This girl wants us to believe, well, I mean, I thought we were platonic, so I thought the guy thought we were platonic. I didn't know any. Oh, my God. Get out of here.
a lot of times they don't.
Look, check this out. The reason why girls can never verbally acknowledge that they know the dude they have friend zone wants to smash him is because if they do, then the jig is up. They can no longer justify having that dude around. If her and everyone around her verbally acknowledges, okay, he wants to smash, well, why have him around if he wants to smash but you don't? Then they would have to admit, yes, I'm using him. So they pretend to be ignorant of the man's desires. Every girl who has a dude in the friend zone absolutely positively knows he wants more. Fuck out of here.
And that's why we have the idea of they can remain in the friend zone, but I think guys want more, and they have to understand that we don't always see it that way, and we want to just keep them as friends.
Yeah, I definitely.
Yes, we trust me, we know that. Thank you for telling me.
Like if they have strong opinions that I should feel a certain way without getting to know what I think and feel, that's very frustrating to me. I move away
Okay, so it's things that men do that are frustrating and hurtful.
from that quickly.
Can you give me give me an example?
When they say some of the comments, I say I shouldn't feel that way, or they're surprised I think that, or why would you feel that way? And I'm open to a discussion with it, but it's more of a you're stupid for thinking this. You should think my way.
I'm sorry, who the hell is saying you're stupid for thinking this? You should think my way. Who is saying that? Who is saying that? Gentlemen, you lead by example.
Drives me nuts. And one guy I went out with, and he's like, I can't believe I'm with the hot girl from the dance. I'm like, okay, no. You're with me. Get to know me. I'm not that. So they kind of build up.
Oh, I'm not that. Translation, I'm not that anymore. I'm not that anymore. Here's where the guy fucked up. The guy fucked up because he told her, I can't believe I got the hot girl from the dance. So already he has put his value lower than hers.
This perception of who I'm going
This is your competition, gentlemen.
to be, in this expectation that I'm never going to be able to meet, instead of just getting to know me.
I think being in alignment with your integrity. So when you say you're going to do something, just do it. Like, don't talk about it, just do it. So I think that's a big hang up for me. Like, I'd rather see you do it than hear about you maybe doing it, not do it.
Okay. So this is the type of woman who's been sold a dream by more than one man in her life, right? She's been sold a dream by more than one man in her life. I tell Devin I'm going to do stuff all the time. Sometimes I'll change my mind. Sometimes I'll change course. But Devin knows that if I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to fucking do it. Now, sometimes I'll be like, all right, I'll take the trash. I'll take the trash out in 5 minutes. Sometimes it's an hour, hour and a half. I never hear about it. It is what it is, right? But as far as like the important stuff that we do, if I tell Devin I'm going to do something, she is going to do it. I am absolutely positively going to do it. If a woman, if women are frustrated with men who keep telling them they're going to do something, but then they don't do it, that's on you. That's a you problem. This means you're picking bums.
So just do it and be done. But I think the talk it's cheap, and I don't watch men's words anymore. I watch their actions, and there's another
red pill. There's another red pill copycat. There's another red pill copycat. One of the first tenets of the red pill that we tend to discuss at length, especially in the beginning, is don't listen to what she says, watch what she does, right? But men, we speak very plainly. We say what we mean, and we mean what we say. This is just how men in general are. Are there some men out there who say one thing and do another? Yeah, of course. These men are called bums. Say what you're going to do what you're going to say. If you're the type of dude who has a reputation for not doing shit you say you're going to do, then your woman is going, the women that you deal with are going to see you that way.
form my judgment based off the actions, not off the words. Words are a dime a dozen.
I just want to, everyone is collectively not, yep. Just to the men that are watching, you know, that is a thing. Saying,
Yeah, we don't give a shit. We don't give a fuck. See, this is coming way too late, ladies. You don't get, look, check this out. Like Miss Flower Girl. Miss Flower Girl, she's about the only one on this panel who really, and really, this is because we don't know anything about her. This is because we don't know anything about her. Oops. This is because we don't know anything about her. Oh, God. But let's just assume that she is like most American women, right? How old does this woman look? How old does she look? What, 25, 26? I don't know. Maybe she's younger. Maybe she's not. I don't know. I don't care. But the point is that she is the only one that can be making these demands. She's the only one up here that can be making these demands, y'all. And the reason why is because she's still young. But for the host, who's clearly in her 40s, men listening, this is a thing. We don't give a fuck anymore. We don't care. We don't care. Again, this is coming way too late, y'all. This is coming way too late. We got these women in their 30s and 40s talking about, we're sorry, blah, 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 blah. But then they want to turn around and still bitch and moan about what they're not getting from men? Seriously? I thought this was supposed to be an apology. I thought they were supposed to be apologizing to men for buying into the feminist myth, for buying into the feminist lie. I thought they were supposed to be apologizing, but here we are making demands, even in a fucking apology video. Even in an apology video, women are still telling us what they want. They're still telling us what they want. Well, there you have, guys. This is a thing. We don't care. We don't.
Something they're not following through. It's,
yeah.
They have their perception on that as well, but just know that, you know, there's a lot of women that have experienced that with men. Like there's some things that I've done to emasculate men or that have caused, you know, them to feel not good about themselves.
Oh, I could definitely answer this one.
Oh, I'm sure you could. So now they're talking about things that they've done to emasculate men.
In our marriage, this was something you actually really helped me out with, Sarah. So I have to thank you for this because I spent a lot of time in our marriage feeling very frustrated when my husband came home from work, and he's a carpenter. He works in the construction field. So you know how men are direct with each other. Well, it's like 10 times that in the construction field. So I would get really frustrated when he would come home and he just kind of like shut himself out and needed to just like
decompress
and have some alone time. Like
decompress.
I was like, why don't you want to spend time with me? Why don't you want to like hang out with me while
Bitch, because I just worked for 8 hours. That's why.
We have time to do that. And now I understand like he needs that time to decompress and he needs to release all the stress from fighting and working all day and dealing with people who are really hard to be around sometimes. And so now I understand like, okay, when my husband comes home, I've learned to give him like an hour to himself, and he comes out of that hour like so ready to interact with me, our kids, and he's just so much more like soft and ready to like have a good time together.
So she's married, right? What do I always say, guys? Girlfriends are better than wives. As far as I know, she's the only wife up here. As far as I know, and surprise, surprise, she's the one that is the most overweight. You guys think that's a coincidence?
Nope.
Hell no. It's not a coincidence. None of these women up here are married except for this one. And she's the one that's the most overweight.
Give one piece of advice for men, one thing about women that maybe they don't know or that you would like them to know.
What?
Yeah.
My advice is to just hang in there. It's a tough world for men right now. They don't have a lot of ways to speak or express themselves. A lot of them have been so hurt that they can't move forward. So just be brave and hang in there.
So
Yeah, just hang in there. Hang in there. The world doesn't give a fuck about us. Right? Every time we turn on the television, We're being told we don't matter. We're being told that we're bad people. We're being told that we're all rapists just looking around for people for women to rape. Men good, women bad. Men weak, women strong. But just hang in there. No, sweetheart, we need solutions. We need solutions. That's why channels like this exist.
Hear a lot of women being told not to settle. I would definitely tell the men, do not settle.
I want to apologize for believing this lie that I can have it all, that I don't need a man, that children are a burden, that my career is more important than anything, that my bank account can replace a person being a husband for me. I'm so sorry that I was this feminist, that media, movies, songs, influencers were convincing me that I can do everything by myself, and that being feminine and vulnerable was the wrong thing to do, and that I can choose to be masculine when it's a role that I don't want, I'm not qualified for, and therefore I cannot tell men what to do. So I just want to apologize for my part in it, for believing all this BS, and hopefully, we'll do more healing on our end, women, because we're going to bear these children. So we need to get it together. And if I have a boy and I have that mentality, like, I would never want to convince my son that he has to, downplay his masculinity to make a woman feel comfortable. Not.
She's so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that I've emasculated men. I'm so sorry that I've taken men for granted. Yeah, Lorenzo Rock just nailed it. Says kinda late now. And Dre Raven put the nail in the coffin. Translation, please bail me out. Guys, there's a reason why all but maybe two of these women are in their 20s. There's a reason for that. There's a reason for that. These women are apologizing because they have no other options. That's why. See, when they were young and hot, like Miss Flower Girl up there, if they were young and hot like her, how many of these women would be on this panel discussion apologizing to men? How many of these women, if they knew then what they knew now, oh, wait a minute, they did know then what they know now. They just chose to ignore it. That's the point, guys. These women are acting like they were somehow brainwashed, or that they were sold this lie. Sweetie, you made those decisions. Yes, you were influenced by things, but guys, we as people, we are born with an inherent understanding of the difference between right and wrong. You women decided, you women chose to go against your nature and be masculine and not feminine. And now that you've been ran through, you have no options during your 30s and 40s. Now you want to apologize?
It's a no for me, dog.
Yep, I agree, Randy. Let's continue.
Okay, so I'm just so sorry.
Yeah, I'm sure you are.
Yeah. I know that just from everything that I see, it just seems so discouraging right now to be a man and to have like accusations just flung at you in every direction in the media.
Oh, thank you.
But I feel like
there
are a lot of us women that are starting to wake up to this, and we're starting to see through the lies of the media. We're smart. And we're catching on. This is not going to be a forever thing, I believe.
It's about fucking time.
Where men are, really thrown away so much. So there are a lot of women who are starting to understand what's going on. And
again, the women who are starting to understand what's going on, it's too late. It's too late. It's too late. You guys are too old.
We're leaving this feminist movement, me included. And I believe that, you just have to just believe that if you're looking for a woman who's understanding who's not going to emasculate you, we are out there, and there are a lot of us. You just like Alana was saying, don't settle just because you think they're not out there and that you can't find someone who's going to give you the.
Yeah, Ice Dragon Kid says, I like how she's wearing a hijab like she wasn't living in sin for the past 10 plus years. Yeah, I agree. Completely.
Respect that you deserve.
Big Boy 702 with the $5 super chat says, nice to catch you again. Keep up the fire content. Been listening to MLD. You guys kill it. Appreciate that very much. Thank you. Appreciate that, Big Boy 702.
Yeah.
Take care of yourself when you're down before you get back with somebody else.
I would say thank you for all.
Wait, what did Miss Geriatric Redhead? Did she actually speak?
Leaving this feminist movement, me included. And I believe that, you just have to just believe that if you're looking for a woman who's understanding who's not going to emasculate you, we are out there, and there are a lot of us. You just like Alana was saying, don't settle just because you think they're not out there and that you can't find someone who's going to give you the respect that you deserve. Yeah.
Take care of yourself when you're down before you get back with somebody else.
Okay, I have no idea. Okay.
I would say thank you for all the ways that you show up for us. I know you do a lot in the background and you often go unthanked, but you are often making sure that we're well taken care of and that you're creating a space for us to be able to be ourselves. And a lot of what you do goes unnoticed. So don't stop. Thank you so much for making sure that we're well taken care of, even whenever we don't notice it. So.
Oh, no. That thank you is a little premature. That thank you is a little premature. The only woman or women I will take care of is my woman, her niece, my sisters, maybe my mom. Other than that, I'm not taking care of shit. I'm not taking care of nobody. To hell with that. To hell with that. Walton Rich Morgan says, thank you for all the simping over the years. Yes. Yes. Of course.
I would say, like, keep learning about us, keep that curiosity on, and yeah, it's...
No, I'm not learning shit else about y'all. Keep learning about y'all? Here's a thought. How about you guys learn about us? How about you learn about us? Look, man, we know everything we need to know about women. We know who y'all are. You guys aren't complicated. Listen, I'm here to tell you. Women aren't complicated. They're very, very simple. They're as simple as a paint bucket, y'all. They're not these complicated creatures who require Nope, women are quite simple. The red pill manosphere has decoded women. They are not these otherworldly creatures who are above reproach and women shit, fart, burp, and pick their nose just like the rest of us. Women are people too. Girls are people too. They're not these otherworldly beings that can bring you happiness.
Still, we are like, there are a lot of women out there that are still feminine and believe in gentlemen, and we want real gentlemen. So yeah, that's pretty much what I need to say.
I'm sure.
I was thinking kind of along the lines of what the last several ladies shared.
This is the lady on the bottom left. You guys can't hear.
There are good women out there. We do still appreciate gentlemen. We do still appreciate a man who will hold the door for us and open.
No, you don't.
The car door and, walk on the street side of the sidewalk.
Yeah. I'm sure you do, but dudes ain't doing that no more. I do that with my woman. I do that with Devin because she's earned it. Right? I'll walk on the outside of the street. I open her car door. I pull her chair out at the restaurant, all that good stuff. But only because she's earned it.
And all those old-fashioned chivalrous things, those show that you care. And there are women out there who will appreciate that. And if that's the kind of man that you are, and you just keep running into these women who are just strong and independent, they don't need a man, move on.
If you haven't had a chance to subscribe to my newsletter, please do so at the link in the description.
Oh, hell no!
Yeah, I'm gonna... actually...
It's a no for me, dog.
Yeah, it's a no for me, dog. Look, y'all. Look. If we're gonna keep it all the way real, I guess I appreciate the sentiment. I guess I appreciate the idea. Okay, all right. So, a bunch of women want to come on and talk about the fact that they no longer buy into the feminist propaganda. Hey, good for them. Good for them for doing that. I see nothing wrong with that at all. But like I said before, it's too little too late. It doesn't mean anything if you're in your 30s and 40s. The only one up there who has any hope is the hot 20-something with the flower in her hair. Right? No amount of thanking and apologizing to men is going to undo the decades of systemic misandry. It's just not gonna happen. Like, guys are pissed. Dude, like the passport bros. Man, like, guys have had it. They have had it. They have had it. And it's interesting that this comes out now. It's interesting that there are panels like this popping up now that men are going overseas. And it's funny, a lot of people seem to think that these girls don't care about the passport bros, right? Even Myron himself said, he's like, listen, man, okay, guys are leaving the country. Girls don't care. Guess what? Even if they didn't care, who gives a shit if they don't care? Okay, so girls don't care that dudes are leaving the country. All right, big deal. Big deal. Here's the thing. Women do care. Women do care, particularly black women. Oh, black women absolutely care. They say they don't care, but they do. They do. Because the passport bros is mainly a black man thing, isn't it? As far as I know, most of the passport bros channels are black men talking about how feminine and docile overseas women are, right? Brazil, Chile, Argentina, etc., etc. Now, that should come as no surprise, as American black women are the worst quality women on planet Earth. And it's not close. It's not close. So, yeah, listen, man, the feminists, they can laugh. Ooh, we don't care that you're leaving. All right, okay. All right. But when white boys start getting their passports and going overseas and getting with women who are younger, hotter, more feminine, more traditional, that's when y'all are going to start, oh, we don't care. Oh, really? Okay. All right. Yep. Talk to me in 5 years when the white boys jump onto the passport bros bandwagon. All right. Okay. So I promised you guys that I would show you. This is Donovan's story part 1. Shout out to Pearl and her animation guy for putting this out. So away we go. To make a very long story very short, I started paralegal school when I was 31 years old, and there's this hot 19-year-old in my class. We took a shine to each other immediately, right? It was a great relationship. We spent every day together, blah, 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 blah. Red flag number 1 that I didn't even think about. One day, I had a headache in class because I suffer from migraines, and she recognized that. She says, what's wrong? I said, well, I've got a headache. She's like, all right. Reaches into her purse, and she gives me this big white pillow. I'm like, what is that? She says, it's Vicodin. And I was like, all right. So I took the Vicodin. Headache is gone. What's a 19-year-old doing with a bag full of Vicodin, right? She's a drug dealer, right? No problem at all. Red flag number 2. She had homemade tattoo on her wrist, right? Told me she got it when she was 15. Hold on. Red flag number 3. Stay with me. Red flag number 3. She had a 6-year-old. She was 19 years old who had a 6-year-old, which means what, class? She had her child at 13, which means she was having at 12. It gets even better. The baby daddy was in prison at the time we were dating. Oh. Statutory E-part. Here's the reason why they didn't throw the book at him with Jessica's Law. It's because she testified to the jury that she seduced him, and the jury actually bought it. The jury actually bought it. So, let's set the scene. So my birthday, I open up Facebook to get all the birthday love. She left her account open on my computer on Facebook. I scrolled through, saw all kinds of stuff. Drove to her place. I said, I want you to be honest with me. Have you cheated on me? I wanted her to lie to me. And I wanted her to lie to me so I could just keep up the delusion. She said, honestly, yes. That is the worst emotional pain I've ever felt in my life. To this day, I never will. Dude, I went to her bathroom. I puked, ripped off the necklace. She's blowing me up at work all day long. I'm sorry. I can't pick up the phone. So finally, I picked up the phone. She's like, hey, I'm sorry. I want to spend the rest of my life with you. She's like, look, I want to come to your place. I have a birthday surprise for you. So she comes over, she has like this little cupcake, and she bought me a watch that she knew I was looking at. Then she turns around and lifts up her shirt. There was my name tattooed on the small of her back. Dude, my hand to the man. So I was back in her clutches. It was all downhill from there. Guys, this story gets so much worse. All right, so that looks like that is going to be quite interesting. That looks like that is going to be quite interesting. So I'm very, very, very much looking forward to seeing the conclusion of that. All right, guys. So what's going to happen now? What's going to happen now is actually, you know something? Hang on. I think what I might do, if I can find... There it is. Okay, perfect. All right, so I'm going to pin Devin's... All right, so I'm going to pin Devin's message. I'm going to pin Devin's message here. By the way, she just left to go tan. She just left to go tan because your boy's balls are heavy. And it is her job to empty said balls. Colonel Sanders the 16th says, you should start a series about your simp tales, Don Damage. Man, I guess I should. Be a good idea. It'd be a good idea. Yeah, look, like I said, I'm going to be doing a live play-by-play breakdown of the A&E/Hulu series, Secrets of Playboy. And the reason I'm breaking this down is because of the recent charges and incarceration of the Tate brothers. They're being accused of human trafficking, EPAR, among other things. But a lot of the language that they've used with the Tate brothers, very, very similar to the language they used in Secrets of Playboy. Very, 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 very similar. And I think that you guys will see some parallels when we actually start breaking this down. If you're not a member, no problem. Just go to the link that I've pinned in the comment section. Not the comment section. Go to the link that I've pinned in the chat. The link will take you directly to the Sharpe stream. It'll take you directly to Sharpe stream. You can watch for free. And if you decide, hey, you know what? Still not ready? No problem. No problem. I'll give you a free 3-day trial. You guys can watch today, free 3-day trial. You can check out as many videos as you want. Now, keep in mind, you're never going to be able to consume all of the content. You're never going to be able to consume all of the content on Sharpe Stream. That's 35,000 hours. If you were to watch, good God, if you were to watch all the Sharpe Stream content 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, I think it would take you something like 10 years to get through. So look, try to consume as much of it as you can, then decide if, you want to continue with the membership. I believe in giving people a free trial in terms of trying something out. Hey, I mean, how do you know you like the car unless you take it for a test drive? So I'll go ahead and like I said, after we roll the credits and everything, after the credits roll, I will then shrink the audience. To, pardon me. I'll shrink the audience to Sharpe Stream only, and I think it's gonna be a good time. I really, really do. Guys, once again, be sure to follow me. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Donovan Sharpe TSR, as well as on Twitter at Donovan's Den. Again, make sure you guys scoop up my newest free ebook, Dead Bedroom, The Cure for a Sexless Relationship. Just go to tsracademy.com/free. Plug in your very best email, follow the instructions in the book, and watch your relationship go from the desert to the rain forest. Appreciate that very, very much. Oops. Oh, boy. Sorry about that, guys. Not what I wanted to do, y'all. There we go. Sorry about that. hit the wrong button. You guys know how it is. We do it live. That is going to do it for this edition of TSR Live. My thanks to all of my members, patrons, Sharpe Stream members, and super chatters. Have a great weekend, guys. We'll see you next time.